to be able to make a deal with them. A good deal, a fair deal, a good deal for them, better for them, better for them. But we cannot allow them to have nuclear weapons.
President Trump's dangerous action
makes Iran's nuclear program now more likely to be resumed.
President Trump has strengthened the hardliners in Iran.
And Iran may go back to pursuit of highly enriched uranium and ultimately a nuclear weapon.
And now we're off to an arms race in the most volatile part of the world.
Well, on Tuesday, Donald Trump officially announced Washington was dumping the Iran nuclear deal struck by the Obama administration. Trump has long been describing the agreement as one of the worst deals ever made. America says it didn't cover Iran's ballistic missile program, nor its perceived malign activities in the region. So now Washington is putting the screws on companies doing business with Tehran, as RT's Daniel Bushell reports.
So sanctions are back. Iran probably doesn't care much. It's had them in one shape or other for 4 decades. Washington shooting itself and allies in the foot? Surely not. The EU sent way over €10 billion of stuff to Iran last year, a relationship in full bloom. Corporate giants now licking wounds include the biggest hitters on the continent, from Volkswagen to British Airways. Airbus may be worst hit. It signed a $19 billion deal with Tehran just 2 years ago, $3 billion more with Asaman Airlines. Why should Europe care if Trump quits the Iran deal? Because he can make it your problem too. Right after Trump's announcement on his very first day on the job, new US ambassador to Berlin tweeted the following ominous threat.
As Donald Trump said, US sanctions will target critical sectors of Iran's economy. German companies doing business in Iran should wind down operations immediately.
Issuing national threats via Twitter seems Trump picks people in his own image. But this time he's crossed a diplomatic red line.
My advice after a long ambassadorial career: explain your country's policies and lobby the host country, but never tell the host country what to do if you want to stay out of trouble. Germans are eager to listen, but they will resent instructions.
Welcome to our country, sir. I'm looking forward to a good cooperation. By the way, this excludes threatening German companies for a policy announced by your president, ignoring core security interests of Europe.
Here we have the entire nature of the transatlantic alliance revealed for the sham that it is, because this is not an alliance between equal partners and friends, as successive European governments have fatuously claimed. It is indeed the relationship between a hegemonic behemoth, Washington, and its European satellites. And so this has all kinds of ramifications, certainly more than economic ramifications for those companies.
But so long as it helps the US economy, right? Trump's a businessman after all. He must know how to oil the wheels of trade. Apparently not. Gas prices have topped the psychological benchmark of $2.80 a gallon, almost a painful 50 cents up in just a year. And US employers are hurting too. Just weeks after Trump's election, Boeing toasted a $17 billion deal for 80 US-built jetliners to Iran Air. Boeing bragged about it in line with Trump's favorite mantra.
I will take jobs back.
We'll bring our jobs back.
The jobs, more jobs, good jobs, and even great jobs. Jobs, jobs, jobs.
Today's agreement will support tens of thousands of U.S. jobs directly and nearly 100,000 U.S. jobs in the U.S. aerospace value stream for the full course of deliveries.
Jobs, jobs, jobs. No more. Future deals gone, existing contracts scrapped, U.S. workers on your bike. So who'll take their place? Tehran's already struck billion-dollar deals with Russian plane maker Sukhoi. China's all over Iran like a rash. Huge energy deals, new railroads, and lending cold, hard cash.
Iran has a strategy of alliance with the Russians and the Chinese. If the Europeans leave, if the American companies leave, what happens is that Iran is going to substitute the US with Russia and China.